Hello everybody. I think I'm ready to get started. Go to Let's Chat. OBS died. For those that were here earlier, the opening scene looks something like that. Oh wait, it loaded. Oh, there, never mind. It was a black screen for like 3 minutes, so that's fine. We don't need the let's start for this one. So unfortunately, due to illness, I did miss the end of the rare item week. So we will probably not be doing CF1, sadly, until it rolls around to maybe Rare Enemy Week, where arguably I could humor the chat with a Lily Hunt or Slime Hunt is more realistic. And unfortunately, I think it's in the worst one right now, which is XP Week. So I figured today would just be an opportunity to get people leveled for actual serious hunts. I don't think we're going to go for anything too crazy in terms of like disaster quests or whatever. But for people looking to level ults, today is going to be your about hour and a half. But let's, I guess, boot into the game. I did see, unfortunately, that the RBR quests are also kind of terrible. I'm not going to lie, like, they're just something. PSO feeling okay? Did you, you feeling okay there, PSO? Chat witnessed it. I hope chat saw that. That was a little special. Uh-oh, is something wrong with their servers? I was just on a moment ago. Rip the connect, I guess. I think we've had this happen once before. Hopefully in the next 15 seconds or so we'll connect. Doing new mop up 3 on very hard leveling and ult since rolled around, yeah. Wow, did you see that load time, chat? Whew. Just like running single thread, no processor. Like, what the heck was that? So I guess the only thing I really have to say, yeah, what I was gonna say, are they having server problems? What's going on with that? Weird. I'm trying to think if there's anything I wanted to do here. Anyway, I wanted to show the RBR. So I wanted to talk about these very briefly. I might play one of these just to humor chat. Ertamperometer, if you need help leveling a character, let me know. Sweep Up Operation 2, absolutely not worth running during Christmas Fiasco because it only focuses on slimes. Sweep Up Operation 5 is lilies and rappies, which is okay. And Sweep Up Operation 10 is a trap, don't play it. Just letting you know, like, that quest is not fun and it has terrible enemy count. So just right, chat, just what goodness. So this is gonna be one of those moments where I would rather do anything else. I'm not even focused on presents. We have all event to care about presents. And in fact, my presents have been so terrible, it would be arguable that it's like I'm getting very hard mode presents. I have not gotten something out of the frequent category to my knowledge. I'm well, excuse me, I'm one category above the common PD drop. Just like, I had a one-off of just terribleness. Thinking of leveling your phone movement, he's currently at 25. You know what, Tiggy? Let's go level some ults. Let's go help Piggy. I'm gonna bring in somebody other than EQcast though. Although, as I did that, I realized I put in the wrong character bank. Use 80 cold to get 2 ult presents and got a single PD. You know what? I was thinking about doing that last night, but as I said before, I was not feeling the best. Sorry about that. I'll switch into the right character. So I'm willing to push the team up a little bit more. Because honestly, XP week is the least exciting week for me at this point. Apologies for mistyping what I needed. I typed 6 and then I was like, my blue mage isn't in 6. I know better. I know what's in 4. Are you witnessing this? What's going on with the connection to the server today? I don't think I had any issues earlier today. I mean, look at this chat. What is this? Also, this is really bothering me. Is this, why are there 2 dead pixels in the load-in screen? Do you see this? I'm pointing at it with my mouse. Why are there 2 dots here? That really bothers me. I moved my screen just to make sure it wasn't just like something on my monitor. There's just 2 dead pixels in that login. I will never be able to unsee that now. Honest question for people that are logged in right now. Is the server okay? What's going on with this? I mean, it's going to be a really short stream if this is how it's going to load. I mean, all I did was try to switch characters. This is like... ...20-second load. Well, anyway, in the meantime, I guess I could say, we're listening to Xenosaga. I mean, you're all witnessing this. I'm not able to connect for some reason. Hopefully one day we will get there. Ephinea, please. Do I really have to close and relaunch? I mean, this is long. This is long even for Ephinea. This is like... I could get up and go refill my drink long. I'm gonna give it to 7 minutes on my timer here. Yeah, I could be having internet issues too. Which does not help. Right now it looks mostly stable. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna close it since it is just clearly not working. Let's try this again. I got sucked into the ether. Alright, that responded a bit faster. Question mark. I don't know, chat. Great start to XP week. 10 out of 10. So what do you want to talk about, chat? Because I can't do anything until this is done. You all witnessed it. I closed it, I reopened. Take a sip of my drink. Yeah, family got me different medications since I said the cold medicine I was using did not work at all. It still doesn't work for the most part. Oh, there we go. Jeez. Oh, I'm not swapping characters tonight, chat. Like, I'm not sitting through that again. That was like 2.5 minutes to select 2 characters. Holy. That was bad. Note to self, never log out. I'm never logging back in at this rate. Holy. Yeah, let's do some unlocks. It looks like people are in very hard mode, so why not just do very hard mode? Actually, no. I see somebody's just in hard mode. My bad. Did my levels wrong. What, pray tell, is the forecast other than ominous? What did you say? Oh my gosh. Oh, that was a lag. Oh, I think this happened once last year where I was playing in lag time. Ooh, lag time is my favorite time. We have a couple of quests we could do. I guess we might as well just do Massive Attack. On the off chance that we get something interesting from these areas. I think it's not, like, I'll take a little bit of a time loss to get more photon crystals. That's how I view this right now. Like, we could do the tournament quest, essentially, the Beyond the Horizon. But I think I'm just gonna go ahead and unlock my lane while helping people. This isn't fair. What a totally fair and normal clear. It would be pretty sad if I got more presents doing this tonight than some of my other sessions. Poor enemies. I mean, on the plus side, this character is getting more XP. I'm not going to say no to that. The more XP that he has, the better he's going to level this lame to Argent. Which, what is the kill count on? I was going to say, I know that's the right command. Don't gaslight me, game. It's at... Ooh, a little past the halfway part. There we go. Yeah, the quests for the session are just not exciting. It's kind of disappointing. There are a lot of really bad RBR quests. So I think what I'll have to do for the guide is just honestly say, like, for all the quests that I deem not good enough to run, I think I need to just state it in the guide. Because otherwise people will be asking, like, oh, did you play this quest? Or, oh, what did you think of this quest? I'll be like, it's hot trash. So I think by the time I go to do the real guide, I will have a section in each episode talking about quests I don't think are worth it. So, like, the episode 1 one is okay, but, like, there's literally zero reason to run it while Christmas Fiasco exists, right? Because the only thing you would run it for is slime dupes. But, like, you're talking about duping 12 slimes in that kind of quest versus 25 in CF1. Like, CF1 is uncontested the best way to get slimes. So it's like, there's a lot of things in there that are traps. I'm not sure how much of that I can convey that when we go into the quest guide. I hope it'll be self-evident. And hopefully when I put, like, RBR... I don't know. It's almost like I need, like, a quest... It's like there's ones where there's, like, really good quests, and then there's situational quests. I already have it divided into, like, RBR versus not RBR. But I just want to be clear, because there are quests like New Mop-Up Operation 4, which are good enough to run outside of RBR. So I don't know if I need, like, another indicator to say, like, this quest is actually just really good, and it just happens to be an RBR. Sort of like Endless Nightmare 4 is pretty good, but I wouldn't run it outside of RBR. There's other quests that exist that are just trash. I'm looking at you, like, sweep up operation quests for the most part. Yeah, I figure for people that want to level some ults today, I don't mind assisting. It's not like I've been getting good drops for the most part, outside of, like, boss rares. It's like, whatever. I don't really care what I do in the meantime. I do think, though, from testing with a couple of people, including Tiggy, that I think my favorite combination so far for duoing is Uniworld HuCast, which I didn't think I would say, but honestly, I actually think I would use her over the Romarl while doing TTF specifically. I was playing it a few times, I compared the clear speed, and I'm like, I just don't find I don't find the Romarl's utility worth it in that quest. And I'd rather just have the raw ATP for all the bosses. Like, both of them are pretty neutral when it comes to, like, you know, Ball Op Phase 1, for example. And Dragon Bosses, it's pretty close between them. But I think there's no contest for Uniworld with Jaya is much better than Romarl. And I think there's no contest that... if I'm only using Last Swan, then Uniworld is just better than Romarl at every phase of balls. Now, granted, there might be, like, situations where I have slightly better gear, but where it stands, how I'm using them currently, even without Dark Flow, I just found Uniworld much better. Because I played both as the HuCast and as the Uniworld in the same situations, and both times, I think we got, like, I think it's, like, it wasn't just, like, a fluke. It was, like, 2 different people, 2 different times, where we got sub 14 minutes. While still getting bonus clears. Just to be clear, that's with some of the bonus clears. Not, like, not as extensive as our 4-player clears, but, like, definitely more than we normally do. Like, I think for Tiggy, when we went sub 14 minutes, for example, we did all the pan-arm kills, and that's a slow kill. Waiting in that first room for, like, 15 seconds to kill, like, the Volmers, and then one by one offing the pan-arms is not a fast kill. So the fact that it's, like, still faster than some of the other stuff is kind of insane. So yeah, I'm just of that opinion now. I finally found a use for Uniroll, because I was really struggling to understand, like, where I would have fun with her. And the answer is honestly just 2-player TTF. I don't feel like I did as much damage when I'm with certain pairs, but I don't know. Like, I might retest, like, Force and HuCast a bit more. Oh, that guy's out of... Fine. Like, that's the only thing... Did I seriously get a 50-hit Claymore? Cat, this is such BS. Cat, you know what? I'm picking this up just so the people in the game that I am currently playing in can see this nonsense that is dropped. Why does this exist? I'm just gonna drop it here, just so we can all witness it. Oh no. Oh, look at that delay. I'm definitely lagging out on the server. But anyway, now they can all enjoy whatever that is. I'm very upset and tilted by that. It's just like, of all the things, I know. I'm getting literally better hit calibers on hard mode than stupid ultimate. Like, what is this nonsense? It's still not useful. I think that's the salt in the wounds. It's still not good. Oh man. And the worst part is if it did roll with like 70 hit, I think that still works for Dark Flow, right? It doesn't have to be like the high-end caliber for it to work. Anyway, what BS? It rolled relatively high on its pattern from my understanding. Compared to the, oops, we're gonna give you 20 dark calibers on ultimate. Oh man. So anyway, I want to play test a little more. Maybe I'll feel differently with like Faux Newman plus UCast might be faster as a duo. But right now, if I'm just like not sure, I just feel like Q-Neural was just better, especially with Rawcast. I definitely felt that way with Rawcast where I needed damage, and I don't feel like the Faux Newman in the same scenario output enough damage. So, like, I'm playing with people without, like, 100% optimized gear, to be fair. But, like, I feel like that should be the expectation sometimes with, like, the power levels. So, like, if that Rawcast doesn't have Excalibur, like, we just physically cannot kill the Worm Boss quick enough. Because it's just a fact. We just can't do it. But, like, if I'm Huneral, I can, because I have Jaya. And that saves, like, a minute plus from the run. So that's where my understanding is. Will it change over time? Probably. I don't usually do a lot of 2-player TTF, but I feel like it's come up a lot in the past week. It's given me a chance at, like, introspection. I was wondering if I had Mother Cloak on or Ignition Cloak, and then I'm like, wait a minute, I'm using fluids. Of course I have Ignition Cloak. And not Mother Garb. Surprise, Goran Detonator, your weakness is me. Yeah, and just like overall, like Tiki had a good mix of weapons, so I feel like I was like slightly under gear on the HuCast. I don't have like a strong falls weapon other than Charge Ray Gun. But like even then, we still managed to get like a 1340. With, as I said before, like the pan-arm kills. And we killed extra enemies in Ruins, so like we did all the way to the Deldies, for example. So it's like, it wasn't like min kill. And that was still better than some of the times we've had before. Because we've definitely, even on stream recently, had like 16-minute TTFs as a duo, like 17 minutes. I think 18 minutes in one of the disaster runs, unfortunately. For duo, not for like 4-man. If that was 4-man, I would retire. We'd be like, no way, we're taking that long. It better be a full clear. But yeah, overall, it was just... It's very interesting to compare. But the big difference, I feel like, with Clear is just because Jaya's not really hard to get, and as long as, like, the Huecast you're with is really high ATP, you still don't even need Dark Flow. Like, obviously, if you have Dark Flow, it's gonna go faster, but, like, 1330 without Dark Flow from Huecast... And then I think, like, another time with Huecast was 1340. Like, they were pretty close to each other in terms of clear time, so it seems somewhat consistent. Where it just makes a big difference being able to do that kind of stuff in a back-to-back. Love how there's so much XP here. Tiggy's still leveling. Tiggy came in at, like, what? Low 20s, now, like, mid-30s. Get somebody in the 40s, now 45. With silliness. Yeah, 25. Looking at this rate, that only one more quest is needed. 41 was the starting level of the other character. Nice. Yeah, so we're still getting, like, stupid levels. Now we get to have tickets with it. Yay, tickets. Oh, that's so sad. I didn't pick up a single Tri-Fluid. Start eating my Di-Fluid instead. Damn you, hard mode. A little disappointed none of us saw any rares. Reminder that, like, every rare enemy is like a photon crystal or better. Hard mode is, like, weirdly good at drops, and I feel like is more rewarding than a bad ultimate run. Even if I got a fraction of those kills with the sword, I think I'm good. Yeah, overall, I mean, I'm definitely seeing the power of the Huecast. I definitely feel that it's actually interesting. I do think, like, the Huecast is faster with the clear at TTF, but I like the clear with Huecassil more. I'm gonna be honest with you, her evade makes a big difference. Like, when I'm learning the run, how to go basically hitless through the entirety of TTF, it is so much easier to do that as Huecassil. It's like night and day how much easier it is. Her higher evasion actually makes a difference. Like, I legitimately am even blocking Sinnohs. Where, like, Huecast, I might block stuff in Forest. I might occasionally block stuff in Caves. But I'm not dodging anything beyond that point. Which is interesting, because I've never had to care about evade. So in a weird way, I think evade is finally relevant in one of my playthroughs. Because I keep playing at 1 HP. Because before, like, prior to using all the Berserks, I don't think it's a relevant stat. But now, being able to just not die without needing to heal, too, it's a little more lenient. Downside, I think her casual clear is slower. So, like, for example, when I'm fighting the Lily spawns, she has to do, I think, 5 attacks to kill 6 Lilies. Whereas, like, Huecast literally just hits 3 specials and they die. Which is incredibly easy for him because he sets up a freeze trap. If he wasn't able to set up the freeze trap, it would not normally be possible, I would think, unless you had the most insane Disco Bray man of all time to land a special in the first hit. But with them just getting the guaranteed freeze, it's just... he definitely clears it quicker. I feel like he also has an advantage on worm bolts and obviously on falls as well. But I feel like I also lose time on him, and again, that's more experience thing than a problem with the character, where I might just get clipped by, like, random BS, where, like, enemies will act early. Like, they're normally supposed to do the angry pouty shout, and instead of doing that, sometimes they'll just go instantly into a swing. When that happens, I'm dead as a Hugcast. When that happens as a Hugcast, I usually live that. So, in a weird way, I actually am starting to like the Hugcast again more than the Hugcast. Because for a long time, I just felt kind of bad, where she just felt like worse Hugcast. But now that I'm playing, like, 1 HP all the time, I think she's kind of like a good training wheel for me to actually learn the run a little better without, like, causing people to have to come back and revive me. Like, I still think, you know, in terms of skill ceiling, Hugcast will always be better. And as I get better at the character, Hugcast will just be better than Hugcast in a lot of those scenarios. But I like that if I'm playing, you know, long, repeated runs, I don't have to run it perfectly. So but she still does damage. That's the other thing. If she then also had low damage... Oh, I got dropped? What? Game, please. Well, anyway, what was I saying before? If she had, like, low damage, I would understand, but honestly, the fact that she has access to Jaya and Darkflow, I'm like, it's kind of good enough. I had a feeling something weird was happening because the rest of the group was not following me. So clearly there's some kind of connection issue going between me and the server. But not with Twitch, though. I'm assuming everybody hears me just fine. I see nothing but green bars on my side, so I'm just kind of like question mark, question mark, question mark. It's not like I don't stream this game often. So rip the run. We'll try again. It's okay. It's a test of how well I can monologue to fill space when unexpected things happen. But yeah, I think I might end up changing my New World's ID at some point to be episode 1 boss rush friendly. But it's also kind of like it's kind of a catch-22 with her, because I do want to unseal stuff with her, but I guess at the same time, unless I'm specifically doing like CCC, I don't think the ID matters with her as much when I'm unlocking. Like, definitely Blue Phonumen is the right choice. There's just, I feel like any other call is just wrong if you're planning to do episode 4. I would understand maybe White ID if you're planning to level people via TTF. Like, I could see a case for that, and I think we discussed that a little bit in our early parts of the section guide. But I just think overall, I just don't know if it's important for her ID to be good. But the bad part is, like, if you're looking at it, like, what IDs could I, like, unseal stuff at quickly, those are usually blue and pink. And neither of those are episode 1 IDs. So I'm at a weird interval with her. Maybe I'll try doing more RT with her in the future. Oh, I thought my Foe was there. Yeah, maybe in the future I'll try to get more, I don't know, RT runs in with Unural. I just feel like that every boss there is really anti-hunter. We're just like, you just can't do anything as a hunter most of the time. I would rather be rawcast. It's just kind of like, yes, I can delete things like Olga Flow faster as like a hunter or like a Hugcast. But I feel like I just don't do anything if I'm in like Gal Griffin fight or Worm Boss. I just don't feel like I do any damage because I just don't have the right tools. So, I don't know. I might, even though I named her Azure, and I might have to move her off of blue. I might leave my red ID character, Hugcast, red ID forever. Just because of the fact that I do find it useful to be her. Like, I would say if I'm in a team of really strong players, and there were like 2 other casts with me, I would probably always pick Hugcast. But if I'm like the only cast, people are playing like Romorals, people are playing like Unuorals, I think I'd rather be Hugcast in that same team comp. Just because I might not have the lockdown that I need. And again, I think that's just kind of an experience thing. Like, that's the meta of where I'm at. Do I think that's true for other players? No. So I just want to be very clear. I think in very high-level play, Hugcast is always better. But from the standpoint of where I'm learning stuff and I don't have like 50 hit nonsense on like every single character that I have, and most people have like some boss weapons but not like perfect boss weapons. I'm not playing with a lot of people that sphere things. Granted, there are, you know, even here there are people that, you know, at least sphere up like a, I don't know, like a Brand's launcher. They might do a dark flow, but at the same time we play with a lot of people that are very new to the server. So I think in those scenarios, I'd rather just play Hue Conceal. Goodbye, Rappy. I guess it depends on where we are in the quest and whether we bother completing it for tickets. Kind of on the fence. If we're like really close to the end, we might as well get the tickets. But if we're like in the Rappy room underground, I'm bailing out. I'm not doing another 6 minutes of the quest. Be like, no thanks, it's fine. I don't need the tickets that badly. Curious if that impacted my kill count at all from when I played earlier. Whoa. Yeah, I'm definitely desynced with the server. I think I saw some moments of that with Tiggy the other day. Or not other day, other session. I should have started recording the Tiggy Vault op. Tiggy bore witness to one of the most jank Vault ops of all time. I kid you not, that thing was like... It was playing next level chess with me. I had no idea what was happening in that boss battle. The boss was like moving in triangles, like it was skipping screens, and then it was moving while the turrets were out, and then it would just skip while being struck. I tried to do a Gazan lock, and it just moved like 2 screens over. Like, it was actually insane. Like, it was like borderline unplayable. I just said like, screw this at one point. Just shot one of the screens. I was so done with it. Oh man. So yeah, I think I'm seeing a remnant of that. Maybe there's like some kind of weird server connection issue. Although, to be fair, I'm also seeing some frame drops from my side, so some of it might be my internet. Because usually I'm at a nice 0% per stream, but I am noticing some lag. Yeah, it was definitely Ultra Instinct unlocked. That was like actual nonsense. Hope I'm feeling better, says Promethean. Not really. But I'm taking stronger medicine, so I can talk now. There's that. Yeah, I was like, I've never fought a Vault op that just willingly it just combo broke. It was like, oh, did you Kazan me? Well, I'm 2 screens over now. Checkmate. And I'm like, wait, what do you mean? I hit you. How did hitting you teleport you? I don't understand. So Vault op was better than me, is what I was looking to say. Well, thank you, Barkeep, for subscribing. Appreciate it. Hopefully you're doing well. But yeah, that Vault op was 100% better than me. I just want you all to know that. That was like the most futile stunlock I've ever tried. At one point, I just started spinning in circles because I just had no idea where the boss was. Alright, so if you level in this room, I'm not bothering to finish. Playing PoE2. Well, I learned recently that is Path of Exile 2. Hopefully you're having a good time with it. Yeah, just helping people get there very hard. I was gonna say, Promethean, did you have any characters you wanted to level? I normally see you with the Ramar. That battery. There we go. Yeah, the way I see it, we kind of started super late, so I don't really expect a lot of people here. I was not feeling well. I still don't feel well, but voice is back at least. Having more than 3 is too many. It depends on, like, I guess if you could get people to host it. I would view it as, like, I don't know. If you're not looking to level people, you could definitely skip blue ID. Pink ID, I could see why you could skip it. I think there's enough with rare enemy week that I think I would want purple and probably red. Got pink, purple, and sky. Interesting. As we learned recently, there is actually a good Pink ID episode 1 quest. Actually super good for value. That's on the level. Alright, since we're already in this room, I'm gonna complete it. If you had finished in the other room, I would have left. But I'm here. I'm now, out of spite, will finish this quest. And I gotta restock my fluids anyway. Yeah, I was not very impressed with the RBRs, sadly. So, just figured we'd do something here. Welcome, Nate. That was a sound effect I was not expecting. Okay, with 2 forces, we basically have free cleanup, and I think Tiki's bringing, or not Tiki, Parameter's bringing the slicers. I had to think, I'm like, wait, people are not their normal character names, so it's like processing. Mage's Tiki. Yeah, I mean, like, I guess I kind of get it. I think if I had to just pick 4 characters, it would definitely be Phonuman, Ucast, Rawcast, and maybe Ramoral. I like Ramoral, but I think I'm at the point where my gear has finally gotten to a point where I will enjoy the Ramar more than the Ramoral. That took a while without trading to get to that point. I needed a lot of really strong weapons. And a lot of challenge mode weapons. Even then, I'm still missing a lot. Damn, they're all cookie banks to you. Brutal. Yeah, there's just some times where, like, I don't know, like, what do I really want to play Ramar into RT, for example? I think I'd rather just be Rawcast. Or if we're doing, like, Endless, I would absolutely pick Rawcast over Ramar. For solo play, I'd probably prefer Ramar, though. Without an LNK, because I don't have one with Crazy Hit yet. It's, like, good enough, quote-unquote. So it can hit falls in single player, but not multiplayer consistently. Goodbye, Bertaboo. I just see the players teleport in. That's cute. I must look very interesting to them right now. I'm in my own parallel dimension, enjoying the quest. Occasionally our realities sync. Yeah, not bad. Yeah. I'm gonna figure out if there's other places I'd want to potentially run the seal. I think she has an interesting advantage in that she has accuracy, so if I do want to use Hell, if I end up getting like a Hell J Cutter, for example, it could be useful in single player play. But HuCast is also so stupid broken that it's like he's using demons on everything automatically. It's like, every time I'm like, oh, maybe this character has an advantage because of accuracy, that I just played his HuCast for like 10 seconds and I'm like, oh, he just doesn't care. It's like, oh, what a character. But it's certainly character design. Okay, their quest. Do you wanna give me the tickets? Okay, you recorded the data. That's good. Gave me a little jump scare there. Yeah, I'm not doing too bad in terms of unlocks. I would like to have a floating Excalibur. I think the sad part, chat, is that we've done so many episode 4 runs and so many RTs, and I only have 2 Galatines so far. How did that happen? I know we got rid of our early ones before they were real, but like we have done like not several hundred. We've done like somewhere between 100 and 200 runs at this point for Galatine. I'm kind of shocked at how few of them I have. Like, I have literally acquired more Parasitic Gene Flow than Galatine, even though I get it from 2 different quests. It makes no sense. Actually tilting. Just like, wait, they're the same drop rate. Why do I have 3 Parasitic Gene Flows and 2 Galatines? What nonsense. Oh, there we go. I think I see Promethean waiting there to level. I mean, at least it's very hard mode XP. This XP should be pretty dumb. If you just want to tag along for XP, I don't really care. Might as well get the free XP. Oh, did I select all? My bad. Ugh. I think the menu lag is not helping. Okay, I'm just gonna state that. That does not help with my inputs when I'm used to it being a certain speed. Even then, I had to slow it down quite a bit. Probably what happened. It probably just ate my up inputs. We got there in the end, though. I would say a hard restart would fix things, but I'm like, I just hard restarted this morning. It wasn't even that long ago. 8 hours ago? Well, morning relative, I guess. Okay. Done. Yeah, just gradually unlocking a new Excal for me. I have 1 Galatine on the Hunu roll for now. I'll give one over to the Ramar. And then I think once it becomes Rare Enemy Week again, what I'll end up doing is, I need to go back, that's actually good materials. I'll end up, train of thought. Oh, when it's Rare Enemy Week again, we'll do CF4. Because I think Tiggy was interested in Excaliburs, I'm interested in Excaliburs. Oh, speaking of Photon Crystals. So, just doing CF4 on Viridian should hopefully get me a limiter. Union Excal 2, that's fair. So, once it switches over to that, it's fine. Otherwise, I think I'd prefer Pink ID there. Just because it's limiter and V801 and Kunai and this and that and Slicer Fanatic and all those other goodies. I think I'd use a lot of value for CF4. Nice leveled up. song sounded like it paused. Didn't. On the off chance I get another ignition cloak here, nice. If not, not a big deal. There we go. Nice and simple. You know what? I'm getting a shocking number of materials. I'm not gonna lie. I missed the power material back there, which kind of sucks, but... Game, come on. Am I really that laggy? Come on. Server, please. Why am I so disconnected? It's like a 4-second delay on that item pickup. Well, I'll do my best. At least on my screen, I'm winning. I love that I just refoed nothing accordingly. It's weird that I'm also the host, but I'm lagging. I'm not sure why that is. Normally it's like for other people it lags. A very strange day it is. I mean, I guess on the plus side, I'm basically invincible on their screen, so if anything tries fighting me, I'm not gonna do well. It's like every once in a while this rubber bands into the, this is your reality. Here we go. At least we're helping here pretty quickly. Yeah, one downside to using this over magical piece, we're at a point where I don't quite combo kill. I am really curious what the game looks like for them. I don't even see them moving. Yeah, there we go. Just like, they just straight up froze. I'm like, okay. I have no idea what to expect. Fortunately, I think that made my fireball go weird too. I negotiated 1 cookie per level, oh no. Might use a Christmas cookie when they get a little more in levels. Right now I'm okay with just farming this for a bit. Oops. Or Tiki left behind. Has found red ring. We'll do those eventually. Yeah, XP week is probably the least exciting, so I can just view this as just a bad night of drops. Although hopefully we end up seeing some lower difficulty presents just to showcase that they exist, but TBD, I guess. My Christmas present to myself is getting closer to unlocking an Excalibur for me to use. I have like 3 lanes, but they are not unlocked. I have no idea what's going on. There is shenanigans going on with the enemy spawns. I'm just gonna nod my head. I'm like, listen, if all I do is cast this Scafoli, I believe. It'll resync something and they'll all die. I'm sorry, what is that Gladius? I'm assuming somebody dropped this Gladius. Well, what is this? What is that? Shenanigan. Where's that on our, like, hell ray guns? Like, what is this BS? Holy, I feel like I'm super disconnected from the server. I don't know what is going on tonight. I feel like it's gonna drop me. There we go. Oh, Heaven Striker Coat. That works. Well, on the plus side, that lets me kill them very easily. I mean, as long as I'm still helping them clear, I guess it doesn't matter what happens here. I mean, on my screen, I'm seeing all sorts of special things. I don't even know how to describe what I'm witnessing, other than things have occurred. I think I'm in real time again. Yeah, there's clearly something weird going on with the server with me today. But hey, we get to call this, like, the time rewind powers. I was gonna say, with it skipping from, like, the past into the present with nothing in between, I feel like I'm being attacked by, like, King Crimson or something. This must be the work of an enemy stand! What is going on here? Look at this. See, I see, like, ertamperometer, like, JoJo posing on him. Terrible. I mean, on the plus side, as I said before, if on their screen I'm just getting attacked and I'm not doing anything, it means that they are physically not being attacked. So I'll consider this a win still. I'll be a nice little decoy for most of these things. Oh, I almost revived Tiggy in time. Level up. Drop these items off. Nice. I just love it just jumping forward in time. Part of nice. Bye, boo-boo. I just die. Just like on my screen, it just refuses to die. It's fine. For the future. I say, how's that Marissa not in range? Crazy. good when this character gets more levels. Like 7 levels, and I think it'll be perfect, because I'll stop missing damage kills. Might even be able to get rid of a heavily on me. Let's see. Oof, I'm at exactly 800 ATP. I need a lot then. Curiosity. How many PDs am I up to? I am up to 42. Okay. That means definitely by the time the event is over, I can get my Demon Needle special. And if I want to, I could do Demon Shot or like Zalor. Do another one. Uh-oh. I promise you the stream is now frozen. Game might be, though. Mage is too powerful. Last one for you, says Tiggy. Well, then we got something special for you, Tiggy. I'm gonna use one of my Halloween cookies. Oh, where'd Promethean go? Give Promethean a minute. I'm assuming he wants to hop in for cookies. It'd be very unlike Promethean to miss it. There we go. What? Wait, why is this in Xenosaga? Why is there a rendition of Green Sleeves? I'm like listening to this and I'm like, this is Green Sleeves, right? This is a famous piece. Hey. Maybe do a double take. There we go. This one is indeed special. Uh-oh. Anyway, I'm gonna spam Giveaway. Should be good here. On the plus side, if I resync with them, my fireball should just kill anything on their screen. There we go. It's become a Christmas cookie, as is tradition. We almost never use Halloween cookies where they're supposed to go. Although I will state, they tried at least a little bit this year to reward you for using cookies on Halloween. Something I didn't like read the first time. I don't even remember if I brought it up in the stream, but I realized later that they give you an increased chance of cookie drops, but I guess it's in the right direction. Oh, these insta-kills are real. What's on Crystal? No. Although with how unstable my connection is, I'll probably pick that up. Yeah, there we go. But on the plus side, I just eliminated like 2k kills off of 10k needed. About 3,000 more to go. Still don't know why there was a rendition of green sleeves, but that's fine. That'll make it easier for Tiki later. Enjoy those delicious levels. Goodbye, all these Marissas. I'm like, listen, if all I do is stand here and spam Gafoe, all I need. Nice, another present.
Perfect mayhem!
Welcome, it's Eggs Benedict. Doing well. My stream would be ashamed if somebody acted. Hope you're doing well today. You got the Harrison Battle fan from the present? Oop. Anyway, we're just listening to different composers as we play some PSO. Hopefully everybody's doing well today. Go back to fast casting. Oh no, Gertabulu's trying to give me the hug that I don't want. Leave me alone, Gertabulu. Unfortunately, I might try to restart one time with the servers. I'm noticing the connection issues a little weird today. Is asking if it was the Excalibur Blade mag. Indeed it is. Leaf Talesius is used by several people here. So we're doing some nonsensical leveling right now. No, I got booted. That's so unfortunate. Is it the before? There's some weird connection issue with me today. I'm assuming the team will clear it at least. I'm gonna try closing and relogging in. It's been weird kind of all day, sadly. Rip. Lots of botting today, maybe. Or booting, yeah. I feel like it was fine this morning. I played probably about 12 hours ago. And that was fine. Then I played 6 hours ago, and it was a little questionable. And now it's like, it just doesn't want to connect properly. Kind of unfortunate. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Yeah, Talesius is a nice mag. At least, okay, we kept our photon crystal. You never know. Gonna quickly put this away. You're a hunter main? Nice, nice. I was gonna say, I have a wide range of characters. We were going through challenge mode for the first time recently, though. Yeah, if I just open my inventory, it's like, ooh. A lot of stuff to go. Yeah, they're talking about that to at least this. A lot of mags. I'm trying to think if there's anything to grab out of this inventory. I don't think so. Yeah, so we're trying to unlock one of our X-Cals as we help other people level, but today's been kind of weird. So hopefully when we're post-event, we'll end up getting more challenge mode weapons unlocked.
You're wide open!
Thank you for the follow, it's Eggs Benedict. Yeah, we got a nice setup currently. Let's see, what is the kill count on this weapon? We'll give the team a couple minutes because they were kind of midway through the quest. 6634. Ooh, I think it rolled back some kills. Kind of unfortunate. I feel like it was at 623 something on the first one, and then we cleared up most of the other quest. Kind of unfortunate. Oh, looks like somebody's in the lobby. I'll try hosting one more run. Then we'll probably switch to something else. Yep, if people have any questions, let me know. I was gonna say, the soundtrack became very ominous. We're listening to Yasunori Mitsuda's different compositions. We've gotten up to 2002, Xenosaga Episode 1. We know them from a little bit of Shadow Hearts, which we played on stream before. And they also partially worked on Chrono Trigger, as well as the Xenogear and Chrono Cross as the main. Well, for the last two. But otherwise, I don't know. It's kind of a disappointing RBR, to be honest. But we'll find stuff to do. It'll probably end up being CF4, if I guess, or Christmas Fiasco Episode 4. Just because that XP is, it's gonna be stupid. I think Tiggy said that was his last one. Yeah, we do have free slots if people want to hop in. We're just helping level people. But otherwise, we have got a lot of endgame characters. I think the goal for next year is to actually play with sphered equipment. We have a whole bunch of weapons. We've had kind of like decision paralysis, I guess is the best way of putting it. It's like when you play every single class, what character do you bother sphering first? I didn't really have an answer to that until now. But we'll get there eventually. Otherwise, we're just abusing some Gafoe stacks here. Gafoe is so good. Decision paralysis has been the bane in this game. Oh, certainly something. Yeah, we're trying to figure out, you know, a little bit on our own. Learning the hard way how certain characters feel in certain areas. So we put out some guides previously to help people get started, especially with like Ephinea. That's where I excel, I was gonna say. Promethean's 3 characters. Meanwhile, like almost every character pack is filled up. No decision paralysis if you turn everything into cookies. That's very true. Still great to actually experience more than just episode 1 normal. Well, thank you for the follow, Paper Gauntlet. Yeah, we're at the point where I don't think I ever streamed it because it's before I started streaming. We're kind of in the higher level game. We're showing what happens when you just power level people. Although, as I said before, the connection today has been really weird. See how they're not moving? It's not me, I swear. It might be my connection to the server. That might also be true. But yeah, it's been a bit weird today. Anytime where I see my allies freeze up, I'm like, nah, they're always moving around. I don't believe that. Oh, actually, back for that. Don't mind me, just picking up a casual congeal cloak. Yeah, there's just a lot of quality of life in the Ephinea server version of it. Although sadly can't show it off today due to the weird connection issues, but yeah, just having like that whole extra control panel that doesn't go away with Mag Blast has been... I'm not gonna lie, like being able to just hold control and have a completely different list of spells that doesn't get disabled when Mag Blast is there is... We're at Ultimate now, but the Call of the Strong Force is tempting. Oh, Pazuzu. Hello, Pazuzu. Would you like to drop something of relevance? on, drop your rare, drop your rare. Nope. Oh, you're just having late luck. Never mind, you're not the good one. Forces are fun. I was gonna say, you doing Fomars, Phonumans, Fomars, Phonewars. I definitely prefer for episode 4 nothing but Phonuman. But I've been warming up. Oh no. I thought Pazuzu was something useful, but it's not. It's just like never mind. I guess that's only on hard mode. It has Photon Crystal. What a shame. Yeah, otherwise we're showcasing just menuing just so we get consistent frame perfect Gafoes. Not like the best at the game, but we're getting there. Yeah, Phonuman is just so good. What a character. I think the thing that blew my mind with the Phonuman and the Fomar, it's like, why are they so good at bare hand casting? And then why are the Canes and Steps so bad at PSO in that order? I'm like, wait a minute. So you're telling me I could just unequip my weapon and be better than the female characters? How's that fair? Shenanigans. Like, you're walking around with like a staff and a wand as Phonuman, and you're like, wait a minute, they just be free. What a character. Anyway, we're showcasing the power of Gafoe stacks, which is absolutely busted, disgusting, broken. See how that enemy just fell over? Just all the Gafoe waiting for him on spawn. What can he do about it? The answer is nothing. They can't do anything about it. It's too good. Oh, they got me. The one spell I used in between my Gafoe spam. They hit me. He got me. I got outplayed. Oh yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Phonuman clothes either. Chan has dressed up most of my characters, so they are special creations from chat, for the most part. Wow, you step on my Daikulu. That's nice. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm at a weird stat line where I'm like, I have exactly enough ATP to hold this weapon. I'll get there eventually. Sweet to stream a game like this. Nice. So yeah, we still have some characters we could eventually create. If I was feeling better, I would say we'd probably do it during the event if bored, but it's fine. We'll take advantage of Ultimate again soon enough. I just had to buff the other player to determine if lag was occurring. Oh, that's cute. They're trying to injure me. That doesn't work on this character. Yeah, it's kind of been like a whole bunch of quality of life improvements for the game. Obviously, we're using a lot of add-ons. Don't I need to memorize things? Also, what happened to my XP reader? Why is it over there? I swear, the weirdest things are happening today. XP bar, you should be like... Yeah, there you go. Oh, XP bar, you should be in the bottom right. I don't know why you were over there. Oh, I think I'm desynced from the server again. Hopefully they address this. As I said before, it's very weird. It doesn't seem to be happening for everybody. But today in particular, we've been hit by it. See how, like, nothing is spawning? I was gonna say, there's no way it didn't boot me just then. So, I don't know. And he's just being very stubborn today. It's very, very weird. I went from like 0 drops all year to like 4 today. It's a bit unfortunate. Hopefully tomorrow it'll be a bit smoother. Because that's when I'd like to do the actually harder ultimate runs. curiosity. You know what? Since we're waiting for other people, I want to check something real quick. We normally play in block 2. Just having a conversation on YouTube. I'm curious if there's even a single game of Anguish being run on any of these. Give me a second. I feel like the answer is no. No. Okay. Just all I wanted to confirm. We were talking about before how there's like an Anguish difficulty mod and what potentially could be done to improve it. Ooh, Ephinea, please. Look at this. You can hear the clicky clackies. You disconnected me on the lobby? Oh man, chat, I don't know. Unfortunately, we might have to pause. It's become very unstable suddenly. Bit unfortunate. The clicky clackies happen, but nothing's happening there. Yeah, one of the things I was saying is that I feel like Anguish has kind of lost its identity. I mean, originally it was based off of the, the 10 tiers of Diablo 3 with progressive difficulty. And I have always viewed that as something where you were intended to play on it, where the harder it becomes, the better the reward. Yeah, I was like, I was curious if any of the ones were there, if they were anything other than Anguish 3. Yeah, see, it's like not logging us in. So I think since they condensed it down to just 3 levels of Anguish, I feel like I haven't seen much of it at all, and some people are like good, but it is kind of an unfortunate way to just kind of crash the mode. So I don't know. I have a feeling they're probably gonna pull it at this rate. I'll try one more time. Because I don't really want to do like a TTF, for example, if I'm just going to drop mid-run. That would make me kind of sad. So yeah, we'll boot up again. I mean, on the plus side, I kept the cloak. We'll want that. Sometimes it's needed for the components. I think select cloak was going for like 10 PDs, for example. DK Night Fury says miss A8 to A10. So what did you play on A10? I don't have any questions, but what did you play on A8 out of curiosity? Yeah, basically I remember Anguish 10 was hard abused by a lot of box resets. What was it? The Rappy and Yellow, Endless Nightmare 4. Those are the two that come to mind. There's also, I think it was, is it today's rate? People were doing cave resets with that on Anguish 10. I think I saw some people doing an episode 2 for Lilies and a similar quest. So we'll wait for them to finish up whatever they're doing. I mean, it seems to be responding to commands okay. It's stable. Just missed the option of the challenge. That's fair. The way I viewed it is I really liked Anguish 1 and 2 in the old version. Because I don't know about you, but like Forest is really boring. Like when you get to high level play, let alone like true endgame, it's just everybody deletes Forest. So it's like, you might as well just pump up the challenge a little bit just to get more drops. But now it's like, do I really want to do it in the new Anguish 1? Not really. I'm gonna leave the lobby in case I did the wrong difficulty. Oh, nope. Somebody's coming in. There we go. So yeah, there's always kind of like that contention with like the weapon patterns, for example, where before it was really, really strong, And then that also led to some really unfortunate nerfs outside of Anguish as well. I don't know if people remember this, but originally the Ruins drop rates for weapon patterns were so much better than they are today. It was something along the lines of, like, it's supposed to be this percentage, but it was actually, the number was flipped. I don't know if it was like 27 became 72 or something weird. But anyway, so because people were abusing those kinds of runs on Anguish, they took a closer look at the weapon patterns. And so that has caused Ruins in particular to be much weaker than normal, which is a bit unfortunate. I will say I do like most of the changes on the Ephinea server, like making Galatine more useful, I think is good. Or like the ability for Heaven Punisher to have like the laser light show regardless of beat by compiling a bunch of rare items. I think that's fine. It just gives use to weapons that are just completely outclassed by like episode 4 things anyway. I don't really care. I think where I feel a little sad is when we start going back to like the vanilla tech rate. I remember being really upset about that. I think there was a stream I had where it was just, I tried to tech a single weapon just to see how long it would take. Because for a long time, at least for like 3 years, I think on Ephinea, they had it set that it was basically 75% of the time it will just up tech, which is very high compared to vanilla. But then they changed it to like 10% or like 5%. And so I showcased how long it takes to tech just like 3 weapon drops where I don't have the weapon ID that matches, because a lot of those weapons don't exist on that weapon pattern chart, which really sucks. I think we got up to 20 reroll attempts. Oh, those were the dark times. They're a little better today, at least. Also noticed the Ziggy raid stream. I was very mad. I was definitely very mad at that. I was like, who thought this was a good idea? I'm disappointed in all of you. Whoever pushed or encouraged this, I'm disappointed in you. I'm like, this is such a good quality of life. Why would you remove this? It is what it is, though. Yeah, there's definitely moments when we're doing like the different events where I know there's bugs, but I'm like, I don't feel like telling them sometimes. I'm not abusing it, but I remember for a while they were doing, what was it, ad slots? They were supposed to increase the cost of ad slots in the anniversary event, and they forgot to do it. Like, they listed it in the patch notes. The text said that it would take, I think it's an 8, but it still took the lower rate of 7. Stuff like that, I'm like, I'm not gonna say anything. Like, listen, like, I saw it and I'm like, okay. I think as of this year it was fixed, so I think somebody noticed it, or it just didn't take effect on the day that they put the patch notes out, something like that. I kind of laugh at those things. I am kind of curious what the present drop rate is, though, for this event. Because they've been toying a lot with it, like to at least like make cookies less normal mode spammable. So I'm curious if they've changed any drop rates or what the drop rate even is for presents by default. So I feel like we're still kind of seeing them in the lower difficulties, but so far not anything too crazy. On the plus side, I've only seen like 1 server rollback so far. So it feels like I'm mostly still in sync with the team. There we go. Guess I could check the kill count one more time to get a rough idea of where I'm at. I love the 40 hit beam that dropped too. Still hovering a little below 7,000. That's a shame. on the plus side, if it behaves itself, I'm willing to do a few more quests and maybe a TTF or two. We've had pretty good luck with getting Red Ring on stream. Off stream, luck is terrible. I think I've done like 15 or so runs and just not seen anything, let alone Red Ring. But on stream, I think we're up to 3 Red Rings for the teams. That's a good feeling. Getting people with more completed characters. Similarly, I don't feel like, unless there's a really good RBR or it's a good week, I think the next time we end up on like XP week, given that most people that we play with at this point have at least 2 or 3 solid characters, we might just end up doing challenge mode or something during it. Although, I don't know if that'll extend to episode 2 challenge mode. That'll be like, when we're in a good mood, we'll do episode 2 challenge mode. One does not simply episode 2 challenge mode. A bit of a drop on my side. That won't impact the PSO gameplay. Seems okay so far. Yeah, ideally we want to see some rare rappies, because that leads to Ignition Cloak. But honestly, Blue ID is just completely busted for very hard mode. For people that have not looked at how good those drops are, I highly recommend you look at how good those drops are. It is bonkers. I love that I could get Heavenly Arms on this quest. Like, oh, double Photon Crystals, Ignition Cloak, Heavenly Arms, Heaven Striker Coat. Just sign me up. Just give me all the value. Why even play Ultimate? I just get rares all the time here. So silly. On the downside, resetting out of quests has left my fluid count a bit weird. Hopefully we can get a few more tri-fluids as we play. Okay. As I said before, plus side, it seems to be stabilizing itself. So whatever it is might have passed. There's like a minor hiccup there, but that was pretty small. If that's the extent of the rollback, I'm okay with that. Although, I say that now, and then I see this happening. Oh no, did I get dropped again? Oh, we're doing so good. Server, please. Yeah, unfortunately we might have to pause. If I get booted again. Because I mean, like, if I can only stay in for 9 minutes, like, listen, we're good at TTF. We're not 9 minutes good at TTF. I'll at least try to soldier on and see if I can get some kills here. There we go. So unfortunate. See, that time it didn't even correspond to any drops on my side. Oh well. Hopefully it'll recover in the next minute or so. I think the issue is that it's just cold out, and I think there's probably damage to some of the lines or something, I would imagine, if they're getting hit by storm. This is causing weird spikes. Or who knows, it could be another fun thing where they're like, we're doing maintenance on a line. It's scheduled maintenance, but we didn't tell you it was scheduled. We just expect you to know. Ooh, excuse me. Yeah, it's looking a bit iffy again, sadly. Oh well. I mean, at least it reconnected me at some point. That's always good. Take a quick drink. It's a little iffy, but I mean, at least it's not dropping. Maybe. At least we put Parameter in a pretty good position for future levels. I can confirm at least it doesn't look like it's entirely on Ephenia's side, at least at the moment. The first couple times I think it was. Now if anything happens, probably just my internet. Which is unfortunate. Goodbye, enemies. Okay, I gotta respect the line in the room. There we go, I'm backing up slightly. Okay, so what we'll do is once we're finished with this quest, I don't want to stay up super late, still recovering. Sorry for the sniffles and stuff. But I think what we'll do at least one TTF, maybe two. We just had an unfortunate number of resets and server drops, which slowed things down a little bit. Telecom VP cell phone numbers? Oh no. Yeah, I don't know. I think this is the first time in like 6 months I've seen any drop frame. So that tells me there's something wonky with the connection. Uh-oh. As we say on the stream all the time, no lyrics, please. I was like, the fastest way to get copyrighted. Like, the moment you introduce vocals, you're like, mm-mm. Okay, so if we can at least get weapons on the same level of hit as we've seen today, and if we can just get them to drop in TTF, I think we'll be pretty good. The plus side. Got a decent number of tickets for later, 105. Character is shockingly close to leveling, despite playing very hard mode. He gained almost 500,000 experience. I'm going to switch into a TTF ID. That TTF ID is going to be Red ID Hugh Casil. We were talking about earlier. I do think QCast is better in a group, but I'm going to practice just never healing. Like, just start to finish TTF, no heals. See how far I can get. Although, unfortunately, by the time I get to Falls, Falls might troll me. As well as Volt Up. I guess technically on my HP total, I could also get trolled by Worm Boss. We'll see, I guess. And more PDs I gotta put away. I'd like to hold a lot of materials on me. Parameter's about to fall asleep. Sorry, I'm Parameter for keeping you up late. My sleep schedule is question mark, question mark, question mark. Well, it'll be whenever I feel tired. So I might be up for a bit longer. 3-4 p.m. I think. Do I have enough? Oh, if it's just 2 people, I might need more money. It's like, I'm like, for 3 man, I usually spend around 30 to 40,000. On 2 man, I usually spend closer to 60,000 with seal. Okay, I guess it's just Promethean and I. But if anybody would like to join in for some TTFs, I mean, as long as you buff me, Promethean, I think we'll be fun. Also, more lyrics. Let's skip ahead then. We'll try the 7th seal. How this music sounds. No worries, Imperameter. Hope you get some rest. Anyway, anybody that wants to hop in, we got 2 free slots in block 2. Password is king for those that want to join in. But probably just message us on Twitch if you want to hop in. I think I'm good for, no, maybe 2 rounds. I'm gonna hydrate. Let stream delay fix itself. Yeah, when somebody doesn't have an X-Cal, I think definitely using a Jaya helps offset that pretty heavily. Got a good Diska, good Vice. We'll see how it goes. So with Red ID, I usually prefer a near total clear, just because there's so much value to be had. Oh boy. The quest is loading. Thinking about it. You could do a quest counter, lady. Just TTF. You've run it millions of times. I believe in you. We're in Terrell's Psychosis quest. There we go. Yeah, my game was thinking about it. Spawning enemies. Or shift a. I'm gonna let him clear that room, although without Shifta, I think I could combo kill. Kinda sucks. Normally I would do like heavy special. Without a higher Shifta, it's not gonna happen. We're just gonna adjust our strategy slightly. Yeah, this is where it gets dangerous for me, because these guys could randomly tag me. There we go. All's going okay so far. Guess I get rested. GG. So much for Dark Flow. Rip Dark Flow. Yeah, let's drain our health a little bit. Let's go for the glitch. So, when the dragon straightens up, for those that aren't aware, there's a small period of time where if you do damage, weird things can happen to the boss's health total. See that? It went from 4,000 something to 2,600. Oh. Oh, he's not kidding when he says he has no weapons. No cannon rouge, apparently. Oof. I'm like, why are we pew-pew lasering the dragon? That does no damage. I'm like, oh wait, he might not have any weapons, literally. Yeah, a solid cannon rouge there would have killed, for sure. Uh-oh. No lyrics. Full album. It's always interesting trying to look up soundtracks for some of these games. You just get the weirdest playlists. They're like, oh, here's the individual songs, then the 1 hour remixes, and then all the songs combined into one same playlist. Things happen. Alright, let's do some slime duping. Okay. They're dead. 1, 2, 3. Freeze trap. Walk away. Display man. But for the most part, I shouldn't have to heal unless I'm at a boss. It's good practice if I just never want to heal. What that kind of run would look like. So I did accidentally get rested on the boss from somebody else, but it's fine as is. We also put confuse traps down when we leave in case people want to get extra kills during the event. So if they can't quite combo kill, I mean, doing 600 or 700 damage to an enemy, pretty significant, especially for new players. Like, see, one of the enemies is at 1400 health, which is not hard for people to do across 3 hits, where 2200 might be a bit more demanding for newer players. So unfortunately, I'm going to regen some. I mean, I could walk in circles if I want to. I guess we'll see if I end up getting invincibility on this fight. I really hope I do. Uh-oh. Nathan dead, I gotta go back. Yeah, I noticed you don't have escapes. Yeah, I couldn't even teleport, sadly. On the plus side, if you do have to backtrack for whatever reason, confuse traps are your friend. Confuse traps will also stop pan arms from splitting. Oh, come on. Yeah, again, this is stuff you don't normally have to deal with. I don't normally try to run from split pan arms, but here we are. Alright, so let's see. Would this have forced my hand here? I'm gonna blame Promethean on that one for costing me escape. I don't normally backtrack in that room ever. I've got invincibility. And I would have been rested. It's a good thing I'm not using Dark Flow here. As long as he debuffs the boss, I should be able to do a lot of damage here. Buffing the boss. This is gonna be a slow boss then. Oh, I can barely save it. That cost me so much money. Oh no, I'm getting trolled. Goodbye 90,000. Yeah, I did not want that to go to another cycle. See, yikes. Goodbye my money. Yeah, early Zalor is super key. And the plus side, I have all my confused traps back, so I could get some free kills here. I'll let Ertamperometer for the most part, or whoever ends up being with us, clear these things. Not really. I mean, the Hunter, I guess, if I'm in a good position, can Niska. In theory, if I'm like over here, I could do stuff like this. I will courtesy freeze trap a little more though. And when it gets down to the last one, we'll run away. Good thing I didn't walk ahead, because I needed to go pick up the PD. I'm gonna put a freeze trap down, and then... also let Promethean kill the cannabins, I guess? I should be able to do enough damage solo to kill the Baran. Although sadly my health total is all weird, so I can't dark flow them. Fortunate. And I guess in theory I could Vice Drain or Gearasol Drain, but I'll just keep moving for now. You know what I haven't tried before, actually? If I could freeze trap that. Again, normally somebody else is with you in this room, but it's okay. We got a backup strat for everything. Here's our backup strat. And doors open. Oh, confused trap. You're so beautiful. I did take one hit there. Okay, so with Vice, I should do enough damage. Ooh, that was close. Oh no. Pew Pew Laser is terrible outside episode 4. I would really not recommend it for your damage source. It is much worse than Charge Arms. That was a little close. I mean, I still manipulated the missiles, but that was like kind of unnecessary risk I put myself in. I'm gonna leave the room so they retarget. It's worth killing the guild checks for heart of items. Oh, that was almost super bad. It was like, oops. Okay, that time that was my fault for going back. That was my fault. That's 2 hits that I took unnecessarily. Oh, do you not have a revive? I'm gonna say, you cost me the escape though in the other room. I only carry 1. There we go. There we go. Alright, let's not bother clearing, because here is not quite there. Do you have the stun lock, or do you need me to do something? We'll find out, I guess. If he did not bring a spread needle, I'm gonna be very upset. I'll be like, listen, I would literally give it to you. I have like 1 million in my inventory. We'll see though. If nothing else, I could Twin Blaze. I was gonna say, you gotta bring something for TTF. I think this'll work. It's so awkward doing this in multiplayer. I think this'll work. Yeah, this is called the extreme backup strat. Thank you, Twin Blaze. Yeah, you definitely needed to re-gear. Promethean's trolling for real. Like, the trolling is real. Only Heaven Striker. Oh, this is gonna take a while. And unfortunately, the shift is not bad, but it's like I just can't rack the hits up that I need to hit. Yeah, this is gonna be a while. Oh, that was an eternity. Alright, so this is usually the point where I have to use my first healing item because this is RNG. There's one attack that will always force me to use it. If I get it. I did not. Was that not hitting? Other side. Oh. I thought it was hitting through. Normally it does. Maybe it's only Rainbow Baton that does that. There's definitely a way to stand there and hit that without going through. I thought I was hitting it, but I was like, wait a minute. Must have to be like at a slight angle or something. Or maybe he could have been too far from it. 'Cause I think if you're point blank, it definitely will hit. Maybe if it's like if you're midway, it won't connect. Something I don't normally practice. I'm like, that's a question mark. That's a TBD. I was gonna say, Promethean putting me in challenge mode right now. Get rid of these guys. I would normally kill these Arlins, but I'm not gonna bother even getting to the Arlins. I'm gonna take a safety heal, because I really don't feel like coming back here. I didn't get fast cycle on the Sorcerer, and that's fine. The Sorcerer can behave kind of weirdly. So, like, if you're the only player in the room, it'll target you. But if there's a Ranger, the Ranger hate is real. Okay, so I'm going to proceed with normal clear. Red ID gets some value from Darkbringer, which I should be able to beat by myself. I'm more worried about these Delties. These Delties are very annoying without good setup. Do something like this. Since I'm the only person in the room. This should work. I just don't want them targeting me for as long as possible. I think that's about as good as it's gonna get. I'm gonna put a freeze trap here. I'm gonna put a second freeze trap over here. Go ahead and hit this one. That's called a well-placed freeze trap. There we go. Oops. Canyon died. I cannot believe I stopped that with my punch. Although that did troll myself. I deserve that. I deserve that. So yeah, the problem is we need Promethean with actual gear. Like, there's a certain level of expectation of like, I will lend you gear, because otherwise we have to do this. It's so sad. Like, borderline not worth it. I'm picking up Escape Doll. I'm just shaking my head right now. So yes, Hukasio can do very well, but taking all three Deathbringers down by yourself is a bit of an ask. I froze 2. But yeah, without a frozen shooter doing that. Oh, I'm going to Falls at this point. I've committed. I'm gonna go through all the warps at this point. You made me go all the way to that point, and then we wiped. So like, I'm going to beat Falls now. I'm already here. The hard part is over. We got there. Is there anything else I wanted to clean up while I was in here? Not really. Grab them, I guess. Oh, the dragons weren't killed. Look at that. I actually got kills while we're walking through. All I did was Confuse Trap. Oh, Confuse Trap, you're so silly. Yeah, this is why I like cast more than the human characters at this point. I could just go through a room like this and just get kills. Like there, I just got a 3rd kill while just walking casually back through some stuff. Just unfortunate to learn that in multiplayer, Panarms outspeeds you. It's like, how often does that normally come up when we play? Not very. Not very often. Yeah, the difference in the multiplayer speed versus single player is kind of insane. Deldy is like 80 to 90% faster. It feels like he, you know, it's kind of like before coffee, after coffee. I feel like that's the Deldy in particular. But anyway, I managed to get through mostly hitless. There was a little sloppiness on the Barans, and that was because I'm soloing the Barans. And even then I killed all 3 without getting hit. And it was more, I got greedy for the guild chick and took a laser. And then because we had a party death, I had to go back into the pan arm room, which is not something that normally happens in any gameplay. I'm gonna ignore these enemies. I think if 900 is the perfect health total for falls. I mean, I think ice will still kill no matter what. I don't think there's any difference there. It's more of a question of survive the swipe. But definitely not the... I'm gonna go ahead and put a trap down. There we go. I'm putting down a telepipe this time. Normally I would dark flow this boss, but I'm gonna pass on this one. We could practice dark flow with a different combo. On the plus side, by Sim Sable, I was gonna say, I don't mind people being low level, but I'm like, when I know players have gear, I'm gonna be like, please take the gear. Like, there's a different level of expectation. It's like, oh boy, we'll get through. I could berserk. I mostly just need Promethean to support the boss. But whenever that doesn't happen, we're gonna take it. So I'm gonna heal here. Promethean has to recognize he is not gonna damage this boss. There we go. Like, we'll get there eventually. Much better. Yeah, I think that's why I'm, when I'm doing like the duo stuff off stream, I should probably record in the future. And I'm practicing with different stuff. I think the Huneural with Cleo, which again is not possible with the low-level characters, has been pretty vital. The debuff range has made a big difference, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, so that's an example of an attack where I'll just panic heal. Might be able to survive it coming over here, though. Ooh, there we go. Great, I walked too far to dodge. Yeah, so in a weird way, the fire attacks, Promethean is just completely new to it. Just the ice attacks at this point that really kill him. Ooh, controller, please. That was a controller moment. I definitely pressed the button and I felt it go a bit weird. I have to get this replaced next week. Fortunate. Here we go. So yeah, full. It's like in a 4-man team, I might not need to heal because we might get lucky and the boss might do health drain or it might do the stompy pouty attack. But 2-player, it's very likely we'll get struck. So I'm okay with burning some Trimates here. There we go, big damage. Ooh, getting short cycled there really blows. It's another time I went to press the heavy attack, the button didn't come out. Yeah, I did. Doubt I could get it fixed. We'll see. Feels like a little loose. Yesterday something was stuck in it. I got it out, but I think it did damage the button slightly, sadly. There is a very high chance I'll die here. I'm surprised that didn't kill me. Like, okay. Thank you for the restos. I'll let you swipe at me first. Let's try to get the kill here. There we go. Big damage. Come on, a short cycle there, really? Up in the present and receive dunk board. Nice. Goodbye, boss. Well, it wasn't pretty, but we got through it. I was gonna say, I'll throw weapons at Promethean if I need to. Like, should be good there. Oh, the healing's up there. There we go. Okay. I'm willing to do one more. That cost me so much Meseta. Alright, so what did I like and what did I dislike about my pathing? Well, obviously I will hopefully never have to go through the pan arm room, so I'm just gonna say not applicable to the run. I would say guild chicks are kind of a weird point, because like Red ID wants to farm them, but they're pretty unsafe to farm most of the time. Unless I'm in a 4-man, I don't know if it's worth risking with low health. I might take a safety heal in that room going forward. I think otherwise, from the standpoint of the other clears, I think I did fine. Like, freezing 2 out of 3 Darkbringers is what you're supposed to do, man group. I mean, I don't think it's possible to freeze all 3 unless you're like, maybe there's like a magic spot in the center where you could get all 3 to charge, which I don't know if I really would have practiced that blind, but maybe if I see somebody do it, I'll try to copy the position. I could almost imagine a world where if I'm between them, they're in a triangle formation. In theory, I could get them all to charge. I usually rely off of at least one charging so I can freeze them. But unfortunately, I think the first freeze trap I placed was like a little too early, maybe? If I had not placed the early freeze trap, I wonder if I could have gotten all 3 with the consistent freeze. That's something we're exploring next time we go to do it. Oh, level 200 Ranger is here. But otherwise, I don't know. This felt like she could... did enough damage everywhere. Not like the most damage ever, but... usually good enough. On the plus side, we did do a lot of tickets. And off stream, I think I spent like 400 tickets and got almost 4 mil from it. I mean, if I could keep that ratio up, I'm going to be very happy that way. But otherwise here, I'm not really looking to anything in particular. Now, the downside with Ramar is that unless the lure handgun is here, Halls is going to be super, super tanky for our group. So we are at a disadvantage with Ramar. Hopefully the ATP will be up for it. Finish them off with my swan. I didn't think they were gonna retreat from me there. I thought the last time they walked towards me. It's fine. Do a little bait here. Oh, I don't have shift it. Could actually be very bad. Ooh. Yeah, I was gonna say, without Shifta, that's a little spooky. Thank you. I will put down the telepipe. The reincarnation theme. What's next up on the soundtrack? I'm trapped? Oh no. Promethean trolling. I gotta go help them. They're gradually dying at least. No point to telepiping at that point. Just looking up the next soundtrack song while I'm here. I'll take a little safety health since I've been waiting around. I was gonna say, the thing that kills me the most when I'm doing solo runs, it's Dragon. Unironically, it's Dragon. I get stepped on by Dragon and just die randomly. Got our health lower. Ooh, didn't get the glitch. Unfortunate. Yeah, in theory, I could walk around with the Dark Flow and hit with it. I guess I could see how that feels, but since I'm slime duping, it's like, do I really just want to spin in circles repeatedly? Not really. Promethean didn't open the boxes. Those are the only boxes I check in Dragon Room. On the off chance it's the PD. Sometimes you get lucky and it's a luck material. There we go. You know what? I'll take the Trimate that's there. We'll take the free heal. I might have to safety heal regardless. I don't get invincibility versus Worm Boss. Oops, OBS disconnected. Rip OBS. I was gonna say, if it drops me from the run, I'm like, that's a sign, I'll stop. But for now, I'll keep going. I mean, PSO's updating. I see Promethean has died again. It's gonna force me to backtrack through the Panarm room again. Oh no, he's back to life. Say OBS is coming back, right? There we go. I'm like, please don't make me backtrack through the Panarm room. I'm sure it went crazy. getting concerned. Why is this Fulmer not dead? What is going on? I'm so confused. What's going on? I'm actually gonna physically look at the map. Why are you in this room? I'm so lost. Oh, you like died. Oh. That's an see, I would have just gone back and revived you. I saw you died, but then I was like, oh, you have escaped all. I didn't realize you hit the confirm. I would have just gone back and shot that. Please don't. I turn tightly. Does that dodge it? Okay, it does. I'm like, I really don't want to deal with the pan arms. I mean, at least I learned how to dodge it, I guess, sort of. But anyway, let's switch soundtracks briefly. Okay. Good, we both got invincibility, so it should target Promethean. See his less health. It only cares about current health, from what I recall. Oh, right. You don't have an Excel. Might start demanding Promethean pay me Meseta. Like, wait a minute. This is so much Meseta. There we go. I was like, oh no. Rip 60,000. Like I get some money back. Let's run. Relay shell, I don't want that. Still good material wise. Okay. What I'm gonna do here is walk a little bit forward. The freeze trap, you know? So unfortunately I did get tagged there, so I'll consider that a loss for the no hit. I think if I had risked a berserk, it would have killed. I gotta remember that it's not like the Hue cast damage. Like for Hue cast, that definitely would kill by just Vulcan, even without using charge special. But I gotta remember, I'm not the Hue cast. It's a bad time for my button to get stuck. Fortunate. That time I got trolled by my controller. I went to combo, it did get stuck this time. Is there a way to do this hitless? I mean, ideally you would have somebody waiting in here, but like, what's there? Try to put a freeze trap down first. Maybe that'll work. Oh no, they still leaped it for some reason. Oh well. I'll put down a safety telepipe. Ooh, that was so unfortunate. I can't believe that didn't kill. Yeah, I'm dead. Can't believe that didn't kill. But now I learned today, she has a damage range that is not a combo kill. So with shift to 20, it's a combo kill. With shift to 15, it's not. Today I learned. That really sucks. So I got punished for Ramar. That's what I learned there. Because that worked before. That did not work that time. Because when you're expecting to do normal heavy special. Brutal. That's okay. We'll call that a learning experience. It's like, I guess it has to crit for it to kill in the future. That's good to know. And that's why I think for like a two-man group, I think that just kind of goes into what I'm saying. I think like, I like the Ramarl's buffs and debuffs, but I like the Hunoral's raw ATP. I feel like when we have kind of the in-betweens, you gotta learn new damage numbers that aren't really, like, applicable for single player. Over there, looks. I'm gonna slow him down. There we go. So I might not need to heal on this fight, depending on if the boss targets me with missile. I could dodge to the cage. The rocks, I might be able to dodge. That's fine. I did this move. Oops. There. It's actually trying to swap weapons. Oops. There we go. Drop down, maybe I'll kill. Go for the strat. Okay, we didn't get instantly swung at. That's where the jank can happen. That room specifically is where I get worried. I want these Arlins dead for Disca chances. My buff is gonna wear off anyway, so I might as well just clear for Promethean to get over here. No sense in going on ahead. Oh, he backed up. There we go. Fair enough. Freeze trap, please. Why was that so delayed? But like, don't tell me it was proximity. Like, what the heck was that? There was like 3 enemies there. Okay. Little baby dodges. I'm gonna put a freeze trap here. Maybe I can lure them both together like this. This. There we go. Sadly, no spread needle, but I'll take the materials. Okay. I did learn, though, what I thought was interesting. I do think the player 2 spawn is way harder to dodge the spinners than player 1. Player 1 and I think it's player 4, the one directly behind player 1, it's really easy to not get hit. But when you start coming on, like, the side that I'm on currently, That's where the spinners are like the most aggressive. I feel like the right side of the arena, it's like very passive comparatively. That's like just easier to like see how there's like this massive gap like right in the middle. Like I just feel like the whole right side is like half as aggressive as the left side. I just feel like there's some just absolute shenanigans going on there. Hello, random spinner. Hello, multiple random spinners. Can I get clipped to death by spinners? I'm gonna use ice. Oh. Thought you were using twins or something. I think that was just a panic use. Oh, truck. I was like, did the soundtrack pause? I feel like YouTube is baiting me again. Damn, I'm out of buffs. Yeah, this is also kind of the downside to only having Ramar. Ooh, when your buffs wear off, it feels bad. The damage, it's so much worse. We're gonna be here a while, everybody. I'd like to apologize. It's gonna be another like 19-minute run. Without shift reversal, this is kind of painful. Unfortunately, I got multi-hit there. I was distracted by the lack of music. Music, please. There we go. Wow, that was like a... Yeah, I'm definitely seeing the difference. So I think next time, if we end up doing duos, we'll see if we could get a Ramarl Hugh cast for comparison, because I really do think that they are just so fast together. But not as fast as the Funeral, where we're seeing struggles with like 2 high-level characters, and that's purely just because like there's just no debuffs. This boss is very tanky. And if you don't have like Excalibur on Worm Boss, it also goes pretty slow. Otherwise, like Dragon's pretty easy to kill. You can do that with anybody. Yeah, this is where I probably should switch to Hugh cast in a similar situation. So I got to experience it. And I think I'm of the mind where if I'd brought Hugh cast, it would have been better. The downside, I don't have a red ID Hugh cast. It means I'll probably make one sooner rather than later in the future. We're gonna hope that damage that could be output by the Ramar makes up for the lack of Zalur. Might happen, maybe. Actually, not too different. Ooh, long cycle. That is super fortunate. Just gonna stand still and regen. I'm killing Promethean. So like the fight's going way too slow. He needs to die. No more playing cautiously. Just kill him outright. Just like, there's a certain time where I'm like, no. We don't have the luxury. That boss is sitting on like 4K. And anyway, GG. E. Starting to think you shouldn't have traded all your gear for cookies. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm seeing a pretty big time difference with the clears. Not having, like, the Zalor on Rumar is really rough for TTF on a 2-man. Would that normally matter in a 4-man group? Probably not. But you definitely feel it. Like, that fight was easily like a minute and a half longer than it should be. Worm Boss also required me to put in a lot of extra work. By work, I mean the setup. It's I don't think it was, like, terribly slow. Yeah, the Vault Op fight we lost a ton of time on, though, without the Sunlock. Which, I guess, could be blamed on XCal, but Vault Op's also really weirdly janky. Who knows? Oh, there's a luck material, thank you. I kind of chalked that up to sometimes it works. As I said before, I was playing with Tiggy off stream. We had a... Oh, thank you for the money. We had a kind of funny run where it was, I think it was on pace to be like a 13-10 or maybe lower. Not that much lower, like still in the 13-minute range, but we got to Vault Up and that boss was teleporting everywhere, so there's sometimes you bring in the XCal and the Galatine, and the game is like, no. It is time to play screen roulette. Where Vault Up lands, nobody knows. There we go. Thank you for the money. So, yeah, I think comparatively... You know what? I'll do one more, but I will switch characters for sure. I'm gonna feel the difference of Hewcast versus Ukasil on stream. It should be very pronounced here with Romar in particular. So, pros of Hewcast. He doesn't really care if he is buff or not, he's broken. Cons. He's weirdly not that tanky. Like, the Hewcast can randomly block hits. It's up to you if you want to bring a force. Whoever you want to bring Promethean. This Hewcast will make do with whatever you give him, honestly. Whatever you have fun with. The way I see it is that he has so much damage that he's just one of those characters with like well, plus it helps I have S-Friends if I get separated, but he just has so much raw damage. I'm expecting, like, with the same character loadouts, probably like in 18 minutes. Could be like 17:30 if we get a good pulse pattern. But this character is just an absolute deleter. Do this to help with the Bartle clears. Although it is Sky ID. Unfortunately, Sky ID has less to clear, but we can still kill this for presence, I guess. Yeah, look at that damage. What a character. What an absolute character. Shake your head. Oh, now they're walking towards me. What I thought they were going to do the first time. Oh, now we get Hilda Tour? Wow, I'm getting trolled. They gotten something useful earlier. You know... When you're practicing the no damage strats and you get Hilda Toured, it doesn't even drop anything good. I'm just like, it's so insulting. I'm like, we were doing red ID, we would've gotta get Magical Stone. Instead you just get Red Saber from him. So disappointing. I just realized I don't have any bullet pipes. I must have burned them all up. Oh, no. Oh, I see where they are. Right, they got sorted weirdly. Alright, we're good. False alarm. Yeah, just random Hilda Tour. Okay, we're gonna come more to the sides because there's no cannon rouge being used. I gotta respect and fear that. It's like that enemy got so close to me. It was like, holy. It's fine though. We survived dragon. Dragon is the most likely thing to kill me when I'm playing hunter. Just because I don't, even if I dark flow, if I'm too close, I could just get fault. Like, they could just literally take fall damage and die. But right now, this enemy should be ultra dead. Goodbye. Plus side of Hugh cast, just a little teeny tiny buff, and he stops the launch with any gun. Don't have to use vices. Charge Vulcan's good enough. Icon13 is asking, what is the best idea for a new player? My friend is finally going to join me on Ephinea. That question is very hard to answer because I don't know what class they're intending to play. I would say needs way more information. Like, ideally, the way I like to do IDs is I like to match them for what can I hunt well that also gives me items. If you're like super not sure, I guess in theory you could go white ID, but it might not make sense depending on what your character is. Oh, that's something. Oh. Oh. I don't know what I did to open that. Must have hit F1. My bad. Anyway. Goodbye. I must have released on my controller the right trigger, which caused me to F1, I think, and I had to think about what my input was that caused that. It took me a moment to correct that. Anyway, back on the scheduled track, as it were. Ooh, miss. Charge ray gun, please. Goodbye, slime. Slime dude. Nicely done. Okay. Now that I see my telepipes, I have such a weird inventory going on right now. I'm just gonna eat some of these items. Resort. There we go. Like, normally Soul Atomizer is much higher on the list. Telepipe is up. Yeah, I mean, generally, like, purple's a pretty solid one for beginner rangers. Eventually, you probably want a green or red ID. There's not really, like, one ID to pick. Ephinea requires you to do at least 3 in order to get most of your items. I really thought I was out of range there. I am surprised for sure that did not dodge. That's so unfortunate. There we go. Even through dying. that 20,000 Meseta usage, that was on me for dying. There is a spot you can stand on there to dodge it. I must have moved like slightly without realizing that I did, because normally you just hold forward as player 1. Like, there's nothing special to it. Like, as long as you hold literally dead forward, you should always dodge that. But I must have moved like a little bit or something, like I did a little divot like that. Whatever. Not a big deal either way. Oh, speaking of things I wanted to showcase earlier. So this Sinnoh is very deadly because I'm not going to block his shots. But if I berserk him, it doesn't really matter. Similarly, I can use a Disca, well, kind of in between here, in order to get more damage. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to let him clean these up just for presence. Sadly, since this isn't red ID, we're not going to get anything crazy. Sky ID only really cares about brands and mines. So it's like I don't go for anything special here. The only other thing they could do is pan arms, but I don't like doing the pan arm check. It takes so long. Because you have to think of it this way. You have to kill the lilies, then the Volmers, then 3 pan arms show up, and I'm like, know if I really want to do that, to be honest with you. Let's see if this works. Got time to experiment. So it doesn't work. In which case, I'm gonna lure them in a happy little circle. There we go. Don't mind me just walking through. I like that you don't even have to use your gun at all to fight that room. Like, you can. There we go. There's the combo kill that I was looking for. Or whatever, if I take it there, it doesn't matter. Dead. They're the guild chicks. Yeah, let's at least clear these to make it easier for him to get back. Good enough. Yeah, if you had other questions about IDs, Raikon, let me know. Otherwise, I would say white is probably the most generic one you could pick. That would probably be okay. But it's probably not the best for specific classes. Unless, the more you know about what the friend is going to pick, the better. Since it does really change what you want to do. Oh, Neural. Okay. But generally speaking, Phone Neural could be used for episode 4. Though I think any of the strong episode 4 IDs would probably be fine. Like, Red ID would technically allow you to get access to your Red Sabers for late game Phone Neural. I don't know if I would take Pink ID on Phone Neural. It's nice for Force items. I think at some point it would help if somebody had it, but it's like, if you guys are just gonna trade anyway, there's no rush. I was gonna say, I have no idea what this boss is doing currently. Oh, okay, he was targeting. Yeah, like, purple's a pretty safe beginner ranger where they can hunt their own items and also get good items. Phone Neural's a little trickier because she wants access to Red Saber. There's only 3 IDs that would technically give it to her if you wanted to do episode 1. But typically speaking, forces will probably either host any episode but can't do it on their own, or if they want to do a lot of solo stuff, then it would make sense to something that's good at episode 4. I think Red ID gives you the flex pick, or if you feel like doing falls, so it might be easier to just host games as the Phone Neural there. Alright. I'll take the safety heal here. Yeah, the problem with, like, the Force items is that there are a lot of endgame items to get, and, like, you'll want somebody at some point to host for things like Adept, but Force items are kind of split in half, and it's honestly just better to have a second character to help with some of that split. Like, you might pick a orange or a yellow ID, for example, initially, just to get some Force items, or maybe even pink. Like, where are they best suited? Typically episode 4, episode 1, and a lot of those IDs are like episode 2 friendly, and really don't want to play episode 2 first. That'd be a little nightmarish. Speaking of nightmarish, I froze in a very bad spot, and I am stuck. There we go. That was player error. I needed to trap shoot that, but I did not. I paid the price. thought it froze the other one. I thought I timed that so that he would charge into the freeze trap. I was being cute. I didn't have to do that, but I was being cute. Yeah, so we're already here over 2 minutes faster, so this should be a pretty quick run. I'm guessing somewhere around the 15 mark we'll finish then. I guess we were also delayed slightly because we had the one death earlier. Downside, I don't have a good LNK for this boss. Once I get that with the Hue cast here, he's gonna feel so good. Yeah, my recommendation would be to just check again, like if you're planning on playing a lot together, if you have IDs that cover each other's gaps, it would be good. Because essentially, if you're not playing Hunter, you can rule out a few IDs, like just outright. Like you don't really want to do Sky ID unless you're doing Hunter. Viridian is kind of like a generic Hunter ID, but you don't have to pick it. If you just end up having really strong Episode 1 IDs, like a Red ID, you have somebody that also has like really strong Episode 2 ID, yellow, blue, you just have a really strong Episode 4 ID, that would be like green or red, or maybe even purple. Those are the kinds of things I'm talking about. Like you basically have one ID per episode, and sometimes you might get some flex picks for interesting things there. I'm not going to go for the Berserk here. My accuracy's not good enough in multiplayer. That is the downside. This is actually slightly slower than Human Seal here, because she can actually hit the sacrifice. So yeah, I would say for the most part, it doesn't super matter as long as you're playing in a group. If you're going purely solo, you might have more fun with red. I have one that's like orange ID, and they're fine. But they have some very specific runs they gotta do. It's like, technically orange has some really good endgame things, but it's not super friendly. Oop, go out of there. This boss is just being rude. Can you stop ice attacking, please? Stop it. Bad boss. Yeah, I would say Sky ID Hunter is not like a super priority. Welcome, Dango. Look at that. Do you see me dodging laser attack? You should feel proud, chat. It's 2 separate occasions I chose not to get hit by that. Like, listen, this might hit me, but it shouldn't hit both of us. Oh, it did hit both of us. Well, that's unlucky then. I don't know who it was targeted on. Yeah, like red's a really solid one because you can do a lot of towards the future. Downside with Foneural, she is super bad at killing Bolt Op, but as long as she always has assistance, it's not too bad. And that technically opens you up if you want to do the massive attack quest we were doing before. I'll do anything to increase my shifted damage. Let's go. Oh, you're targeting me? Beautiful. I have invincibility. Yeah. Don't short cycle us. Also, please come over here so I can target you, boss. I promise you, as Hunter, I just want to give you a hug. A hug might look like Twin Blaze to the face. Oh, Promethean didn't shoot at all. Rip. Might be a desync issue. I'll just tank it in the face. I shouldn't need to heal here. Should be over, GG. Heard the mag blast going on. Yeah, Sky ID is kind of like a... It helps with some early hunters, but its hunts are very hard to do. And it's not... It's like both beginner friendly and not beginner friendly. Like it gives you heavenly arms, but it's like, oh, you want all these things? Yeah, you got to be able to do the boss runs. You're like, wait a minute. Uh-oh. Black bar at the top of my screen. That was weird. Nice level up, though. Almost thought it was trying to tell me about a red ring. But I got squished out. Yeah. I would say Sky ID is probably okay for, like, fast, maybe? I don't know if I would put that on, like, Humar. Oh, somebody finding a level 30 Rifoe. Yeah, I was wondering what happened there, because it was showing me something, and then the black bar just lingered for, like, 15 seconds. Wasn't sure what it was doing there. Yeah. I would just go in with the awareness that HuCast can play basically every location ever, and his ability to clear is mostly dependent on your level and how good you are at playing Hunter. Whereas like Humar is more limited to just doing maybe some boss rush solo, and they're like okay when the enemies aren't like super evasive. But without the ability to use freeze traps, you're gonna have a lot of problems with casually moving them into places like Seabed or Temple. Where HuCast is so strong that every single time it's like, oh, I could use Hell, it's just like, no. HuCast use Hell, aka Charge Gun, or some other nonsense berserk thing and kills everything. HuCast supremacy is real. So yeah, I mean, I was guessing it was going to be around 16:30 to 17 minutes on my initial guess. And unfortunately, we got a very bad pattern there towards the end, where I just couldn't reach the boss most of the time. I had to use a much weaker handgun versus my vices. That's why I need an L&K combat with more range, so that doesn't happen. But hey, at least we got to see the difference in clear speed. HuCast power is real. But we'll talk a little bit before I head off. I'm feeling congested. I think the medicine has now worn off. I got one that you can have. Very kind of you, Promethean. But I think from the standpoint of IDs, yeah, Rangers can get away with just having basically anything that gives potentially Heaven Striker. They will eventually hunt it on their own, so like Realmar and Rawmarl are pretty good at green and red ID. They can also, once you get a Heaven Striker, they can keep farming for Heaven Strikers with purple ID. I think purple ID for the most part is a lot more beginner friendly than the other IDs. So if you do end up going Rager, that's a pretty safe pick. Otherwise, you'll find that a lot of characters end up using Disco Braveman, and a lot of the basic items like Frozen Shooter are also available on white ID, so that also ends up being just a strong ID to use in general. But I think that's all for now, chat. I'm feeling super congested. The medicine wore off all at once in like 2 minutes, which kind of sucks. So let's go ahead and say goodbye to YouTube. So if you did watch to this point, the video of the VOD, I'd like to say thank you for watching. To see you again potentially tomorrow.